You might be wondering what I'm doing on an R6 today and what I was doing on an R6 the other day, the yellow one. And the thing was, Rob and I were going to I was going to rent a bike today, and we were going to vlog today on Saturday. And some stuff came up, and he couldn't make it on Saturday, but he called me Thursday, and he's like, dude, I feel so horrible. I got this class that I got to go to, I can't get out of. And I was like, that's cool, man, no big deal. I'll ride solo. And he was like, you want to go riding today? And so I was like, yeah, sure. So we rented a bike that day, and I say rented because he actually paid for, or I say we rented because he actually paid for half of it. That's how cool of a guy he is. And we did that video the other day, but I couldn't get out of the rental contract today, so I had to take it. So here I am, and now like, let's see, I'm riding on a Saturday on a sport bike around to Hawaii. Really, can I complain at all? No way. So I definitely did not, wasn't heartbroken about the situation. You know, it would have been cooler if he was with me, but you know, this is better, I think, for getting my experience of vlogging out there anyway. So the road we're on right now is called Kailua Road, and back behind me, if you go the opposite direction, you will go into the town of Kailua. And Kailua is where a couple of my friends live. But one of the interesting things about Kailua, if you've ever had like a famous Amos cookie, there's a cookie shop called Chippin' Cookie in Kailua, and Wally Amos, who was the guy who is Famous Amos, founded Famous Amos, and whoever owns the Famous Amos now, Nabisco or Quaker, whatever company owns it now, basically screwed the dude out of his own cookie recipe and his own name and whatnot. And he's got a chain, a small chain here on the island called Chippin' Cookie, which are his, like his actual Wally Amos, Famous Amos cookies. They're incredible. They're delicious cookies. But occasionally, if you go to the Chippin' Cookie in Kailua, there's one down Waikiki as well. But occasionally, if you go to the Chippin' Cookie in Kailua, you will actually sometimes meet Wally Amos. He'll actually be out front giving away free cookies. So it's kind of cool, you know. Oh, it's wet and slippery. Never mind. Never mind, there's a lot of washout. This road is actually really fun, but it's looking really disgustingly washed out today, so we are going to take it easy. Yeah, it's wet and slippery, and it's got like moss and stuff that actually blows onto the road. And I've been on my R1 a few times and really scared myself on this road, so we're not going to rock star it today. This is not my bike. I don't know it as well as mine. But as you can tell just by the turns, it is a lot of fun. And I bet this little bike would do absolutely phenomenal if I just tipped it over just a little bit. Oh man, this is... It's 15-mile-an-hour curves, and I'm doing 50, but I still feel like I'm just barely touching this thing. Yeah, we're gonna take it easy. It's making me nervous. But anyway, that's 12 turns, 13 turns. Rob called it 13 turns. I've heard everybody call it 12. I've never actually counted, so it may be 15, and I might name it again. Yep, slipped a little bit right there. Slipped a little bit right there. I think it's more than 12. I think it's more than 15. I don't know. But anyway, we're back on our previous destination. I made a little side trip there. A little side trip for you guys. And I'm sorry that it wasn't more rock starish. I promise that I actually am a pretty decent rider. And once we get to Omaha, we're on our own bike, and I will do a little bit more serious business riding for you. If you're in the market for a 600cc and you don't have too much money to spend, a couple-year-old R6 is, man, this thing is a good time. You know, I could totally ride just this and this only. Not on my big trips or anything, but you know what I mean. If you look at the mountains up there, you can see that there's like cloud cover at the very top. There's a couple of places you can actually hike up into the mountains, and if you go up there and the clouds are low slung like that, I mean, you can actually walk through the clouds. I mean, it looks like fog when you're up there. I mean, it just looks like dense, you know, scary movie fog, but you're actually in the clouds, and that's pretty cool, I think. The one thing you may notice is this picture is kind of, I don't know, it's kind of dirty and distorted and whatnot. And the reason for that is when we were riding by the ocean, even though it looked like we were far away, sea salt spray actually will come up the side of the road there, and will actually hit your helmet. I've got all this sea salt on my helmet. That's one of the reasons Hawaii is not the best place for a motorcycle. My CB919 has all kinds of rust spots that I need to take care of when I get back to the mainland. I didn't really worry about it here because it would just happen again. One of the kind of the weird things about vlogging is because as a motorcyclist, you're supposed to keep your head level with the horizon, but the bike is tipped, but you really don't get to see how much it's tipped over because you are doing the right, proper motorcycle thing and keeping your head level.